Good evening and welcome back to another episode of Cyber Tuesdays, everyone. Today is Tuesday, June the 23rd, 2020, and this is episode 28. Like I mentioned in my previous episode, I'm going to do a giveaway whenever I drop episode 30, so be on the lookout for what you guys have to do in order to enter for the giveaway. Now, today's episode will not be that long as I will be discussing the Twitter update that was released last week or so, as well as the new iOS 14 update that is going to be released this fall. And I won't discuss all of the features and new things that Apple decides to release for this update because it's very lengthy. But if you want to read about it, you can just go to apple.com and search for the iOS 14 update. But with that being said, I'm going to start off with the Twitter update. Twitter released a new update that has a feature for users to now do voice tweets. If you would get on Twitter and you want to add a new tweet to your page, then you can just do a voice recording. And I seen a tweet on last week that someone was worried about this new feature because someone can come along and take your recording and they can edit it however they want to, or just use it for the advantage of whatever reason. But I just want to argue against that point because we're already recording videos with our phones or just posting them on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever platform you may be using, and anyone can come along and already edit our videos or just use it for the advantage that they want to. With this update, it's really just Twitter doing everything else that the other social media sites are doing. So I wouldn't say that you shouldn't worry about it, but what I am saying is that if you're recording videos and posting them on your other social media sites, then what's the difference with just recording your voice versus you recording your voice and your face? So yeah, I just want to put that out there. So for the iOS 14 update, I'm going to start off with the Safari section. And within the Safari section, I want to point out two things. So one thing is the password monitoring. Safari securely monitors your saved passwords. They automatically keep an eye out for passwords that may have been involved in a data breach. And if your password was involved in a data breach, then Safari will help you to upgrade and sign in with Apple when available, or it will automatically generate a new secure password for you. So that's something that is very convenient for people who may use applications unsafely, and you never know if someone has a hold of your password because maybe you clicked on a link, or maybe you clicked on an email or something that came to your phone and it wasn't from a trusted source. Another thing is website privacy reporting. Whenever this new update drops, you can tap the privacy report button for access to a report, and it's going to show you all the different trackers from different sites that are being blocked. And what Safari is going to do is to help you to not be involved in a data breach or for someone to just not have access to your data. Another section that I want to point out, of course, is the privacy section. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is the recording indicator. Like I'm doing right now, iOS is going to display an indicator, basically a little message, whenever an application is using your microphone or your camera or both in the app and in the control center. I know some people are always wondering if certain applications are listening in on their conversations. Does it have access to your microphone or your camera? So now there's going to be an indicator that will tell you this information so you won't have to guess or even go to your settings to find out. Another thing that I want to point out is the application tracking controls and transparency. Developers are now required to get your consent before tracking you, and you can choose which applications have permission to track you, and you can also see which applications you have given permission to track you in your settings, and you can also change your preferences on what applications you want to track you. Another thing that I want to point out is the section that is about limited photos library access. You can now choose to share only selected items with a developer who asks for access to your photos, or you can give them entire access to your library. I want to point out the approximate location feature that is going to be added within the privacy section. This new setting, it allows you to choose to share your approximate location instead of sharing your precise location with an application. I know some people don't like for their apps to know exactly where they are. Well, now you have an approximate feature that you can utilize. Last thing that I wanted to add in, I already mentioned it before within the Safari area, but now you can upgrade to sign in with Apple. Users can now sign in with Apple to improve their privacy, security, and ease of use without setting up a new account. And I think that's very convenient because some people may forget their password, and Apple is here to just allow you more conveniency. So that's basically all that I wanted to share. Again, if you want to view all of the new features that Apple is going to be dropping with this new update in the fall, you can visit apple.com and you can type in iOS 14 in the search engine, or you can just type it in on Google and it'll take you there like it did for me. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video out. So peace out, catch you guys next Tuesday.